Good morning, this is Luke, and this is another edition of Rideshare Rants from the Mindful Middle. No talking points, no notes, no name calling, no pandering. Today I am staying home because I have to have my COVID test later today to make sure I don't have COVID, so I'm not in my vehicle. You can see my wonderful unshaven look and hair here. So there's no primp, no pomp, no circumstance, just me talking to you. Today I wanted to talk about DMX. Yesterday DMX passed away at the age of 50. He had 15 children and his mom. And DMX had an album that was called, and I never even knew what it was called until he passed away. The album is It's Dark and Hell is Hot. So what I want to talk about is, this is one of the reasons why I focus on the mindful middle. Because I'm sure that DMX, being African American, had obviously had some exposure to the messages of Scripture, the message of Jesus, because he understood what hell is. And it's kind of sad because I know a lot of people that would call themselves to be religious when they hear the title of some of his albums and they see the fact that he had 15 children and no spouse was mentioned in his eulogy, that he obviously had these 15 children from different females, and they would rail against all of that and say, well, this is exactly why you need to stay away from this evil rap music, and because this is what's going to happen to you. You're going to have all of these things happen. And for me, it's a perfect example of how every situation, every topic, depending on how we deal with it, can sway us to one extreme, which is judgmentalism, or another stream, which is, well, they messed up so I can do whatever I want. And both of those is a bad extreme to be at. I just have to say that I never have heard any of DMX's music. I've never heard anything about him. But I do know for sure, based on the truth of the gospel, the truth of Jesus Christ, that if before DMX left this life, he had not received Jesus' forgiveness for all of his sin, he is going to, for all of eternity, be experiencing how dark and hot hell is. But the concern that I have, again, is so many times when we hear about people from other situations and situations that are acting in a way that clearly does not satisfy. I suspect that for him to have 15 children, he had to have quite a little bit of intercourse. And I suspect that because he struggled with drug addiction, that in the process of him having all of these children, he did not find satisfaction. Otherwise, he would have stopped having those children. Because if something satisfies you, you don't need it anymore. So my encouragement to you, as I've only got 45 seconds left, is when you hear stories like this, find that center, find that middle, which is the heart, which is the relationship that we all have an opportunity while we are still in this life. We have an opportunity to have a relationship with the person of Jesus Christ. Because he is the only one that can save us from this life, and he's the only one that can save us from eternity in a hot, dark hell. Share this with all your friends. I'm at www.godisgoodgames.com. Also now launched the website Rideshare Rents from the Mindful Middle. Have a good day.